Dale Evans, the iconic Queen of the West, shared a legendary love story with cowboy superstar Roy Rogers. Together, they became a symbol of faith, family, and adventure. But what secrets did Dale carry beneath her dazzling smile and cowboy hat? From shocking confessions about her husband to years of hidden pain, her real story is one of resilience and heartbreak. What secret haunted Dale Evans for decades? What truth was she forced to reveal before her final days? Born Frances Octavia Smith on October 31, 1912, in Uvalde, Texas, Dale's life was far from the glamorous image Hollywood painted. As a child, she faced instability and sorrow, living much of her youth with her uncle, Dr. L.D. Massey, an internal medicine physician in Osceola, Arkansas. Though her uncle provided some stability, young Frances still struggled with uncertainty and heartache. At just 14, Frances made a bold and fateful decision. She eloped with Thomas F. Fox. By the time she turned 15, she was a mother to Thomas F. Fox, Jr. But her dreams of a happy family crumbled when her young husband abandoned her just a year later, leaving Frances as a single mother in Memphis, Tennessee. Alone and determined, she faced the harsh reality of raising a child while pursuing her dreams of a music career. In Memphis, Frances took her first steps toward her passion. She performed at local radio stations WMC and WRI, playing piano, singing, and slowly building a loyal audience. Her talent was undeniable, but her journey was riddled with obstacles. By 1929, she was divorced and struggling to make ends meet, with her dreams still feeling out of reach. Then came a pivotal transformation, a new name and a fresh start. While working at WOS in Louisville, Kentucky, a station manager suggested she adopt a catchier name, one that would stick in the minds of her audience. Dale Evans was born. Bright, snappy, and memorable, this new identity gave Frances a glimmer of hope. In the early stages of her career, Dale established herself as a jazz, swing, and big band singer. Her smooth, powerful voice made her a favorite on the radio, eventually earning her a screen test and a contract with 20th Century Fox Studios. Dale had finally stepped into the spotlight, but at a cost. Hollywood demanded perfection, an image free from blemishes or scandal. To maintain her rising career, studio executives crafted a lie. Dale wasn't a single mother. Instead, they painted her as the devoted sister of her teenage brother, Tommy. But Tommy wasn't her brother. He was her son, Thomas F. Fox, Jr. It was a painful deception Dale was forced to live with, sacrificing her truth for the sake of her career. Dale's love life was just as tumultuous as her rise to fame. Following her failed marriage to Fox, she married August Wayne Johns in 1929. However, this union too ended in 1935, leaving her with neither children nor happiness. Dale Evans refused to let heartbreak or career challenges hold her back. In 1937, she married Robert Dale Butts, a talented accompanist and arranger who worked closely with her on her music. Their marriage was one of collaboration, not passion, and though they shared professional successes, their personal relationship faltered. By 1946, another chapter closed as Dale and Butts divorced, her third failed marriage. But her star was rising. At 20th Century Fox, Dale evolved beyond just a talented voice on the radio. Her charm and talent landed her a coveted spot as the featured singer on the Edgar Bergen-Charlie McCarthy Show, giving her career a significant boost and introducing her to a nationwide audience. Dale's transformation into the glamorous cowgirl icon was also taking shape. Signature pieces like embroidered white leather gauntlets and pink rhinestone cowboy boots became synonymous with her look, adding sparkle to her growing fame. Then came the turning point. On New Year's Eve in 1947, Dale Evans married Roy Rogers at the Flying L Ranch in Davis, Oklahoma. It wasn't just any wedding. It was a Hollywood event that merged two legends of the silver screen. Roy, in his third marriage, and Dale, in her fourth, found something they had been missing: a perfect partnership. The pair had met on the set of Home in Oklahoma and had already captivated audiences as an on-screen duo. Their chemistry, however, extended far beyond the cameras. Soon after their marriage, Dale made a brave decision to confront a long-hidden truth. For years, studio executives had insisted on a fabricated story about her son, Tommy, portraying him as her teenage brother. But Dale, now married to Roy, was ready to reclaim her truth. She publicly acknowledged that Tommy was her son, not her sibling. Roy, already a devoted father to Cheryl, Linda, and Roy Jr., Dusty, from his previous marriage, embraced Tommy as his own. In 1950, Dale and Roy welcomed their first child together, Robin Elizabeth. Robin's birth was a moment of joy for the family, but it was shadowed by challenges. Born with Down syndrome, Robin faced significant health issues and tragically passed away just shy of her second birthday. Dale was heartbroken, but she transformed her pain into purpose. Her book, Angel Unaware, became a deeply personal tribute to Robin's life, as well as a groundbreaking call for compassion and understanding toward children with developmental disabilities. The impact of Dale's advocacy was profound. In recognition of her efforts, the Oklahoma County Council for Mentally Retarded Children renamed their facility the Dale Rogers Training Center. Dale's resilience and compassion extended to her growing family. She and Roy adopted 4 more children: Mimi, Dodie, Sandy, and Debbie, creating a large, blended household filled with love. Despite their demanding careers, the couple prioritized providing a nurturing environment for their children. Professionally, Dale and Roy became an unstoppable force. From 1951 to 1957, they brought their charm and cowboy adventures to television audiences in The Roy Rogers Show, solidifying their status as America's favorite Western duo. Riding alongside Roy Rogers, Dale Evans embodied the quintessential cowgirl. She rode her faithful buckskin horse, Buttermilk, while Roy famously rode Trigger. Yet Dale's contributions to The Roy Rogers Show went far beyond a charming smile and heartfelt songs. She brought compassion and a powerful message of faith, often encouraging viewers to seek God's guidance during life's trials. By 1962, Dale and Roy expanded their presence on television by co-hosting The Roy Rogers and Dale Evans Show, a Western-themed comedy variety program. As Dale's faith grew stronger, so did her mission to share it. Through the show, she seamlessly wove her Christian beliefs into the themes, offering viewers a sense of hope and purpose. In 1964, Dale took her convictions a step further by speaking at the Project Prayer Rally at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles. The rally, attended by 2,500 supporters, aimed to reinstate mandatory school prayer after recent Supreme Court rulings had outlawed it. With a powerful voice, Dale declared, "It's high time that all America stood up to be counted. Let our children learn of the Lord and be free." Hollywood stars like Walter Brennan, Rhonda Fleming, and Pat Boone joined her in this bold stand. That same year, during the contentious 1964 presidential election, Dale voiced her support for Barry Goldwater, the conservative candidate. She aligned her Christian values with Goldwater's vision of American principles, actively campaigning for his cause. Faith, family, and patriotism were at the heart of Dale's public image, and she stayed true to those ideals. By the 1970s, Dale's focus returned to music, recording solo albums of heartfelt religious songs, simple yet profound. Her music celebrated redemption, love, and hope, echoing her unwavering faith. As television evolved, Dale and Roy found new ways to connect with their fans. In the 1980s, they hosted segments on the Nashville Network, introducing their classic films to a nostalgic audience. The 1990s ushered in another chapter for Dale. She launched her own religious television program, reaching countless viewers with inspiring messages of faith and perseverance. Even as Roy's health declined, Dale stood as a pillar of strength, staying by his side until his death in 1998. Their remarkable partnership, both on and off screen, spanned over 5 decades. Dale and Roy's home life was as legendary as their careers. In 1955, they purchased a 168-acre ranch near Chatsworth, California, later expanding it to 300 acres. The sprawling property was a serene retreat befitting two Western icons, but even this idyllic setting couldn't shield them from tragedy. In 1964, heartbreak struck the Rogers-Evans family. Their adopted daughter, Debbie, was killed in a devastating church bus accident at just 12 years old. What was meant to be a joyous outing turned into a nightmare when the bus lost control, ending in Debbie's untimely death. For Dale, the loss was crushing. She described it as one of the darkest moments of her life, saying no parent should ever have to bury their child. But even in the face of such profound grief, Dale found solace in her faith. She clung to the belief that God's plan, though painful, had a greater purpose, a belief that guided her through the most challenging moments of her life. The tragic loss of Debbie forever changed Dale Evans' guilt. Dale often wondered if she could have done more to protect her daughter. Yet, even in her grief, she clung to her faith, believing that Debbie had joined their daughter Robin in a better place. The heartbreak led Dale and Roy to a pivotal decision. They left their cherished Chatsworth Ranch and relocated to the 67-acre Double R Bar Ranch in Apple Valley, California. The move was meant to offer a fresh start, but the memories of Debbie's death lingered. Dale buried herself in work, using her voice to share messages of faith and perseverance. However, there was a noticeable change in her tone. Her words became more raw and candid, delving into the harsh realities of grief and the struggles of maintaining faith through life's darkest moments. While Dale and Roy's partnership remained strong, their marriage wasn't without its challenges. In her later years, Dale opened up about the difficulties they faced. Although she never spoke ill of Roy, she hinted at the pressures of their fame and the strains of balancing their careers with family life. She described moments of loneliness, particularly during the long periods when Roy was away filming or touring. Dale also reflected on her own regrets. One of the heaviest burdens she carried was the deception surrounding her son, Tommy, whom she had been forced to pass off as her younger brother for much of her early career. Even after revealing the truth, the weight of that lie stayed with her, adding to the pain of an already tumultuous life. Through it all, Dale's unwavering belief in faith, family, and love carried her forward. Her daughter, Dodie, recalls how her mother's resilience shaped her own life. "Mom was a strong woman," Dodie often says. "She faced tragedy after tragedy, but she always found a way to keep going." Dale Evans passed away on February 7, 2001, at the age of 88, just 3 years after Roy's death. Though her final years were marked by declining health, Dale remained steadfast in sharing her story and promoting her faith. Her daughter Dodie remembers those last days as peaceful, with Dale expressing her readiness to reunite with Roy and their lost children in heaven. Today, Dodie continues to honor her parents' legacy. She frequently attends events, sharing stories of what it was like to grow up as part of the Rogers-Evans family. Dodie emphasizes that while her parents were beloved Hollywood stars, they were also real people who faced immense struggles. "Mom wasn't afraid to reveal the truth," Dodie says. "She believed in sharing the good and the bad, because that's what makes a person whole." Dale Evans and Roy Rogers were far more than just Western icons. They were legends, whose influence extended well beyond Hollywood screens and country music charts. Together, they redefined the Western genre and inspired fans across generations. Their legacy lives on, forever immortalized, both in the hearts of their fans and on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Dale Evans' contributions to the entertainment industry are immortalized on Hollywood's Walk of Fame, where she holds not one, but 2 stars. One for radio at 6,638 Hollywood Boulevard, and another for television at 1,737 Vine Street. These stars are more than markers of fame. They're tributes to her trailblazing spirit. Roy Rogers, her equally iconic partner, boasts 3 stars, one each for motion pictures, television, and radio. all clustered along Vine Street. This trifecta of honors underscores Roy's unparalleled influence across entertainment mediums. His accolades also include the prestigious Golden Boot Award in 1983 and the Golden Boot Founders Award in 1996, celebrating his lasting impact on the Western genre. In 1976, both Dale and Roy were inducted into the Western Performers Hall of Fame at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City, a tribute to their status as embodiments of the Western spirit. Dale returned to the Hall of Fame in 1995 when she was inducted into the National Cowgirl Museum and Hall of Fame in Fort Worth, Texas. Roy's legacy as a musician was cemented with his dual induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 1980 with the Sons of the Pioneers, and again in 1988 as a solo artist. To this day, he remains the only person to achieve this remarkable distinction. Beyond the awards and honors, Dale and Roy's story extends into advocacy and cultural impact. Dale's groundbreaking efforts for children with special needs left an enduring mark. Her work reshaped societal views on developmental disabilities, inspired by her personal experiences. The Dale Rogers Training Center in Oklahoma stands as a living testament to her advocacy. Roy's legacy was deeply tied to his Choctaw heritage, which he proudly celebrated. In 1967, he was named Outstanding Indian Citizen of the Year by a group of Western tribes, highlighting his commitment to preserving Native American culture even as he became one of the world's most recognizable cowboys. Their influence transcends generations, extending into pop culture in unexpected ways. Roy Rogers is referenced in songs like If I Had a Boat by Lyle Lovett, Roy Rogers by Elton John, and Should Have Been a Cowboy by Toby Keith. His enduring persona even makes a cameo in Randy Travis's music video Heroes and Friends, and is humorously referenced in Die Hard when Bruce Willis's character quips, "I was always kind of partial to Roy Rogers, actually." Dale's story continues through her daughter, Cheryl Rogers Barnett, whose book, Cowboy Princess: Life with My Parents, Roy Rogers, and Dale Evans, offers an intimate glimpse into their lives off-screen. The memoir captures the love, struggles, and lessons from two of America's most cherished stars. In 2018, Dale and Roy were honored by the National Multicultural Western Heritage Museum, recognizing their broad cultural impact. Dale's inspirational journey continues to motivate young women, particularly those facing limited opportunities, making her an enduring role model. Roy's name, meanwhile, remains synonymous with the ideals of the Western hero, a man of honor, resilience, and integrity. Their films, music, and values resonate to this day. The Sons of the Pioneers keep Roy's classic songs alive, while the Rogers family works tirelessly to preserve their legacy. Through events, memoirs, and public appearances, they ensure the spirit of the cowboy endures. Dale Evans and Roy Rogers weren't just Hollywood stars, they were symbols of hope, faith, and perseverance. Their journey through life was marked by love and loss, yet they always held steadfast to their values. As their iconic theme song reminds us, they faced life's trails with grace, always smiling and promising us all happy trails to you until we meet again.